Is it really just a big ball floating in space, spinning on its axis at 1,000 miles per hour, hurtling around the sun at 67,000 miles per hour, whizzing through the Milky Way at a milk-curdling speed of over 500,000 miles per hour, and warp driving through the heaven at over 500 million miles per hour? And what about the sun? Is it really 93 million miles away and close to 1 billion miles in diameter, with a circumference of nearly 3 million miles? And it's constantly illuminating half of our entire Earth's surface with the rotation of the Earth, creating our 24-hour days, our night and days? Or, shh, the Earth is flat. And maybe it's completely still, just like we experience. And maybe the sun isn't big, but is very small and very close, and not illuminating the Earth from 93 million miles, but is illuminating locally. And maybe everything, the sun, moon, and stars, are not far away, but are circling overhead relatively close. In this video, we're going to explore the latter option, and at the end, we're going to reveal startling evidence through the use of time-lapse photography that the sun cannot possibly be 93 million miles away, but is in fact very close, and is illuminating locally as it traverses our flat Earth. Oh man, and watch how this sun comes at you. Boom! I mean, come on. And that's all perspective. If you look at jet trails, Google Images, you'll see them. They start out low at the horizon, they come up overhead. Look at that thing. They come up overhead and then they go down to the horizon. Perfectly explains what the sun would do. Here it is going overhead. I love time-lapse. And look at this. You can't go out and look at the sun. You can't see this stuff, except that it's on, time-lapse like this. It's incredible. Now watch this thing. It's sweeping. The sun over flat Earth is doing a big circle, right? Look at this thing. See it sweeping to the right? It's like a lefty bowler. Just toss that down the alley, and there it goes, hooking into the pocket. See how the clouds angle down to the horizon. And a shot of it there. That's exactly how the sun would do on flat Earth. Okay, back to the Copernican principle, and this is what they tell us. The sun is 93 million miles away. Now, I'm going to show you evidence through sunsets that shows the sun light following the sun over the horizon, and it shrinks as it goes over. Now there's no way it would do that if the sun is 93 million miles away. Okay, first I'm going to show you some footage from the ISS. Okay, now watch this animation. Watch this sunset. Now this is exactly, if they came to me and said do an animation, this is how I would do it if the sun were 93 million miles away. Just like that. Have the whole horizon fade evenly. But that's not what we see. Okay, wow, look at that. Look how the light lifts off the ground like a big wedge, or like lifting up a sheet of paper. That's incredible footage. Definitely the light's following the sun, right? Okay, next I'm going to show you how a sun that is circling over the Earth, that creates the horizontal aspect of the sun. If you combine that with perspective, which creates the up and down of the sun, the rising and the setting, you get the 23.5 degree tilt that they talk about. It's nothing but perspective and the circling the sun. Here's another sun sweeping out a big circle. Okay, here's a phenomenon that you might be wondering, how in the heck do you explain this on a flat Earth? Well, this footage is taken from Alaska during the summer, and the sun does look like it's going up and down. The reason it's doing that is that this town in Alaska is not in the center of the sun's circular circuit. In other words, the sun is making a big circle, and the town is not in the center of that circle. So the sun will be closer and further from the viewer with the camera. That will cause it to go higher and lower.
Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Richie from Boston. Today is the 8th of January. Today is 2017, or at least that's what they tell us. At any rate, you're looking at a picture of one of the more famous physicists, Dr. Stephen Hawking. Now, many people, and I'm probably going to go along with it, many people think that Stephen Hawking is not alive or not anything that they claim whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? Because it doesn't make sense. The poor guy or puppet or whatever he is just crumpled up in a wheelchair, and he talks through an electronic box that could be anybody. So they could be literally using him like a sock puppet. You dig? At any rate, there's an article I wanted to show you guys from GeekWire.com, so check this out. For Hawking's 75th birthday, they sent some balloons into space, and I'm going to read the story to you real quick and play you this video. Famed British physicist Stephen Hawking has long wanted to go into space, so what better way to celebrate his birthday than sending him a greeting from near space? Nice. Nice. That is awesome. So here's the picture right there. There's the balloons. Happy birthday, Stephen Hawking. But do you notice anything odd about the entire picture? It sure doesn't look like what NASA tells us, correct? It looks like the sun is really, 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 really close. Well, guess what? It is. But that's not what I wanted to show you. Look at that picture. What do you see? Anything wacky about it? Well, hold on. Let's blow that up real quick. See that picture? Let's take a look in high definition. You notice anything odd about that picture from the sun? Do you see the dot right directly in the middle?
Polar magnetism, and providing evidence that one day the earth is going to stop spinning in the direction it is now spinning, and is going to spin in the opposite direction. I am not stopping you from having that view. That's your choice. It is just that I differ with you. Am I not allowed to differ? Huh? Even if 999 out of every 1,000 hold the view that the sun is literally going to rise from the west one day, that's their view. Why can't I have my view? And I am not interested in all of this polar magnetism arguments. It's irrelevant to me. All things are possible with Allah. He is fa'alul lima yurid. But my primary source of guidance is the Quran. And so it is to the Quran you must turn if you want to convince me. The Quran informs me that the sun rises from the east. The Quran says so, that the sun rises from the east. It does in Malaysia, doesn't it?